Von Allen Sports.
Hey there, how you doing? Coach here outside of beautiful Arrowhead Stadium, home of the Kansas City Chiefs. Let me tell you, it's a beautiful night here in Kansas City. Hey, we're feeling great after our wonderful win yesterday in Philadelphia, and I'm feeling especially great because I got to get some cheesesteaks this weekend. That is for sure. Oh, baby, that was wonderful. Hey, but I got to tell you, last year didn't end like we wanted it to. We took on Tom Brady. We didn't have the offensive line to do it, and so we rebuilt, we restructured, and we came in strong. And I'll tell you what, these guys are starting to look good. We have 2 weeks in a row of 100-yard rushers, so watch out. I hope to see him in our 3rd straight Super Bowl. That is for sure. Now, I know last night we saw Tom play in front of his home crowd there in New England. That's right, home crowd. You have so many bandwagon fans that jumped on the Tampa Bay bus when he left, and I know some of them are there at the stadium. So, hey, who are you cheering for, Tom or Mac? Hey, my money's on Mac. That guy's a young, good quarterback. He's a good-looking quarterback, just like Tom. So I expect him to do really, really well in this league. So get behind him, and you guys are going to do great. Hey, with that, you're watching Von Allen Sports, real and honest NFL analysis. So subscribe now and join the empire. Von Allen Sports. Let's go, baby. Now and join the empire.
What is up, guys? Wow. That was a great game. Well, it was a great game, as far as like not knowing what's going to happen. Too many flags, way too many flags. I don't know. Very poor officiating, just from every angle I can imagine. And we'll talk about that. But thank you guys for joining me this late. Of course, we're on so late because of the rain delay. So if you have to go to bed or whatever like that, maybe you can watch it tomorrow when you get up. But tonight's live show is brought to you by Ecamm Live. Ecamm sponsors the show right now. It is the software I'm using. The software works perfect for any kind of live stream that you need, but you can also call your friends and family. You can record phone calls with it, all kinds of different things. So it's not just for live streaming, but it's a really good price. So yeah, for some reason I accidentally had my iPad unmuted there, so it's good. It should be gone now. But anyway, so the Bills Chiefs, since it just happened, since it just ended, let's go ahead and talk about that one real quick. Now we're going to cover almost all the games tonight as fast as I can, because I know it's late. But first, about this Chiefs-Bills game, I had a gut feeling that the Bills would finally show people that they're for real. And the reason I picked that is because the Chiefs don't seem to be the same team they used to be. But at the same time, the Bills seem to have their stuff together. And I think they're clearly the best team in the AFC. I still believe the Bucs are the best team in the NFC. So it could be a Super Bowl preview. It would be interesting to see the Bills back into the Super Bowl. It sure as hell isn't going to be us, as in the Patriots. So, yeah, the Bills basically are running away with this because this is one of the games. If the Bills were going to slip up and the Patriots were going to catch up somehow, I'm saying if that were to happen, if that was going to happen, it's not now, because this Chiefs game is one of the games that the Bills would have needed to really screw up badly, and they just didn't. They screwed up only one time. It was week 1 against the Steelers. Me and my brother had a bet going on that one. The reason I picked the Steelers is not because I didn't think the Bills were a good team. I just thought that an experienced team like the Steelers, with Mike Tomlin as coach and Ben Roethlisberger as quarterback, they're going to know how to come back to start week 1 with only 3 preseason games. They're going to be able to get things rolling pretty good almost immediately, while other teams, it takes them a few weeks to kind of get to know who they are. And that was really the only reason why I picked the Steelers. But that was their only slip up. I mean, these guys are incredible, okay? They're incredible. Let me grab this super chat real quick. John Thomas Chavez renders unto Caesar $5 and says, Gotta head to to head to bed soon, but Brady might be the only quarterback whose hand and thumb remains undefeated against defenders. What a day of football. It was a very crazy day, very exciting. Every game almost was actually, I think every game was close. Or at least even if it wasn't close, it was pretty interesting. So, absolutely. Thank you, John, for that super chat. Appreciate it, man. Donnie, take a pick 1313, sends a super chat of $5 and says, nailed the Bills game. Not so good with the Panthers. That's all right, buddy. You got this one right. We got a lot right, I believe. So we made our picks in the members Congress last Friday night. We all, just for fun, kind of had to make our picks and stuff like that. And you can watch that members Congress. If you're not a member, you can join for as little as $1.99. And you can watch all of that, and you get access to every members Congress. And you also get access to every live show that we've had since a year and a half ago that are left on the account. So you can watch every live show ever if you're a member. Elliot, Ravens Ray Lewis sends a super chat of $2 and says, Josh Allen is the new Jim Kelly. Absolutely, man. Well said. And Elliot, I don't think you heard me last time or saw my message, but email me your mailing address where you're at where you're based at, please. Just email it to vonallensports@icloud.com. Thank you. See it twice. What's up, Daniel? Sends a $5 super chat and says, Tyson Fury beats Deontay Wilder, Brady's 5 touchdowns, Alabama's upset, walk-off playoff home runs, Justin Herbert's continued emergence as a superstar. What a phenomenal weekend. Hell yeah. Although I couldn't tell you much about the baseball, have no idea, but I'll just agree that it was awesome. So you seem to know what you're talking about. As far as Alabama, my sister won't be happy about that. She's a big Crimson Tide fan. So, and of course me, I don't really follow college, but if I do, I guess I go for Arkansas. So, but I couldn't even tell you what their record is. So yeah. So just to cover the Chiefs Bills real quick, there, like I said, there was some bad play calling, some things I didn't agree with. The roughing the passer on Josh Allen at the end of the game, I don't know. I don't think I call that. I know that they think that he drove Josh into the ground. I mean, this is football, you know. This is football, and I just don't. We got to have some kind of physicality, man. I mean, this is getting a bit ridiculous. So I didn't like that call at all. Then there was a weird holding call in the first half that was called on the Bills. I thought was a bit stupid. And then Patrick Mahomes, he had that pick six, totally not on Mahomes, absolutely not on Mahomes. That was a good throw to Tyreek Hill, and Tyreek Hill made the same mistake you guys hear me complain about all the time, over and over and over again. He's supposed to catch the ball, okay, in stride. Mahomes hit him as he was going forward, so he could get yards after the catch. I think, Daniel, I know that you posted that you think that Patrick threw it a little too far. To me, it seemed perfect, but either way, that's a catchable ball for Tyreek Hill. He's got to make that catch. And instead, he was looking and worried about where he was going with the ball instead of actually making the catch. It bounces up, of course, and it's a pick six. The second pick of Mahomes is entirely his fault. Just as much as you throw the sidearm pass, and just as much as it benefits him, and as much as he gets, you know, big plays and touchdown plays from doing the sidearm pass, at the same time it can also screw you up. You know, it also has a downside. Usually, more times than not, it works out good for him, but it did not work out for him in that moment. and I don't even know if he had thrown it overhand, like a standard quarterback form. Perhaps it doesn't get deflected. Who knows? But it definitely was an easy deflection on a sidearm, so that one was on him. I just don't like how the quarterback interceptions are calculated. Like that, the Mahomes pick six, that's going to go down on his record as a pick six, and that looks terrible, right? And it's going to go down in the formula as a pick six, and it's going to dock him some points. And it wasn't on him. So I just wish that the NFL would start attributing picks to the fault of the player, of the receiver, and not just the quarterback. And that's just how it is. I mean, we can't be pissed off about picks of quarterbacks we like, and not mention, the quarterbacks you guys don't like or maybe aren't fans of. You've got to be straight across the board. But anyway, this was a great win by the Bills. They're for real. Chiefs are in a bit of trouble. To be honest with you, I don't see an improvement from last year. As you guys know, I said that after that Super Bowl, the way to beat the Mahomes offense was kind of laid out there. Not everyone can do it, okay? And even if you have the personnel to do it and the scheme to stop them like the Bucs did, it doesn't mean that you're going to be able to, because you've got to be on your game. You've got to be perfect. With that said, I'd said, in the offseason, Andy Reid and Mahomes has got to change. They've got to, Mahomes has got to evolve his game and not just count on those big, bombs down the field. And you've got to take what the defense gives you. You've got to run the ball more. You've got to be willing to be patient with the ball. And they're just still just throwing it up. They're just throwing it up. And yeah, it works sometimes, but it's not enough now. It's just not enough. Guys are getting coverage sacks on Mahomes all the time now. And that's what the Super Bowl was. I mean, the Super Bowl, they were rushing with four guys, and it looked like they were blitzing them every time with four dudes. That's because those are coverage sacks, man, and that's what you have to do. So I'm surprised that they didn't evolve. I'm surprised that they didn't change their scheme that much. It's just all pretty much the same. And I understand there's an argument, that okay, well, it's worked for them so far. Well, it's not looking good right now. So. But Andy Reid's a good coach. I'm sure he'll get it figured out somehow. As far as Buffalo goes, I know they're in our division, but for some reason I have nothing against Buffalo. I don't like the Jets and I don't like the Dolphins, but the Bills have never bothered me for whatever reason. Maybe it's because they're just kind of likable, because they're, Buffalo is like a forgotten city and people don't seem to give them enough attention. And I watched them lose 4 Super Bowls straight when I was a kid. And of course, I was going for them because the Houston Oilers I liked as a kid and the Patriots both were in the AFC. And I usually root for the AFC representative. So I went for the Bills, even though they were in our division. And I just watched them lose 4 straight times. It was rough, man. But anyway, Josh Allen and Justin Herbert are the torchbearers of the next generation of Brady, Manning, and Breeze, that style of quarterback play. They are the next. They are what's coming. So the reason I mention this is because we knew we had, the Mahomes and Lamar Jackson and guys like that were kind of the heir to, I guess you say, Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre type players, where they're kind of, they're mobile, they're all over the place, they improvise, that kind of thing. But we haven't seen, we for a few years we were kind of worried that there was who's the heir apparent to the Brady, Manning, Breeze pocket passing style. And it's clear that Allen, even though Allen can run, great pocket passer, and Justin Herbert as well, who we'll cover here in a second. So The Red Goat sends a $4 and or £4.49 super chat. He says, "Way to go, Buffalo, but not looking forward to the Pats playing them. Yikes." Yeah, that's not going to go well. So, absolutely. And it's a good thing we're late tonight, so the Red Coat can be on because in England, I think it's morning time for him, and he's probably going to work. And how did you like that Josh Allen hurdle? That was amazing. But Chris Collinsworth, dude, I swear to God, he doesn't even hide his bias. It's so weird. And we talked about that before, but I honestly think he wants to have sex with Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes. I'm not sure, but I know you're laughing. I didn't say the F word. Okay, but it's just something. It's rough, man. It's bad. It's like if Chris Sims was commentating. Chris Sims is a douche. But anyway, so Josh Allen is carrying the torch for the next generation of Allens. So he is the prelude of Allen quarterbacks. And then when Josh Allen retires in 20 years, it's going to be my nephews Thomas Brady Allen and Aaron Leonidas Allen, and they're going to carry it on. So one of them's going to be the quarterback of the Patriots, and the other one's going to be quarterback of the Cardinals because that's what my brother Steven wants, is one on the Cardinals and one on the, because he likes the Cardinals too. So one on the Cardinals, one on the Patriots. But yeah, we'll see. All right. Patriots at Texans. All right. So just to get this off my chest immediately, we won. A win is a win. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, on the win-loss column, doesn't matter, right? That's cool. But I did not see the same fire and motivation that we saw against Tampa Bay. And if you remember, let's go back before the Tampa Bay game. The Patriots got their ass beat by the Saints. So I thought that maybe Belichick was looking ahead to the Bucs game, and I also thought Brady and the Bucs were looking ahead because they did not seem ready to play against the Rams. So I think both teams were kind of like just worried about week 5 or week 4 last Sunday night. So now it was about who is going to keep that kind of energy and excitement. The Patriots certainly did not until the end, and they were saved by several weird things that the Houston Texans did. And I just want to ask, what is going on with coaches right now? What is with this whole crazy trying to be cute and all this other stuff? I just don't get it. The Texans, what was that punt all about? It reminded me, it was almost as stupid as the Colts. I mean, that Colts fake punt. Remember when he tried to draw us off sides or whatever? This one wasn't that bad, but it was completely unnecessary. And it just made me start thinking, like, what is this? Now, in the past, I would say it was another coach trying to outsmart Belichick. And he was trying to outsmart Belichick so much that he actually screwed himself over. But I'm seeing this across the league, and I'm seeing it in other games. And I saw it in the Packers-Bengals game today, which we'll get to in a second. But I saw the same thing. I saw it in several other coaches as well. And I'm thinking to myself, what is going on here? But it was a road game. Road games are naturally hard to win, but normally Belichick takes a rookie quarterback and takes him out. But Mills looked pretty damn good today, and maybe he's got a future. Who knows? Maybe he is the future of the Houston Texans. We'll see. So maybe in 2 years we look back on that game and go, "Hey, that was actually his coming out party, and he actually was talented." Either that or this Patriots team is just not that good. I saw some people saying that this Patriots team is worse than last year's Patriots. I don't think so. I don't think so. I see improvement. I didn't see improvement last year. Even though they had a better record, I believe, at this point. Pretty sure they did, or it was very similar. I didn't see improvement. I just saw sloppy games, and each week was something different. A new way of being sloppy, a new way of screwing something up. And there was no consistency. It was never consistent. So I couldn't figure out what they were going to be each week. But this year is different. This year, I know what to expect, and I see, okay, each time there's a little bit of more cohesion. I think by the end of October, this team will be much, much better. It'll be more tightly woven. So let's wait a bit. Now, if they had lost today, I'd say, oh my God, that's something, that would kill their mindset. However, they won. And you saw Mac, he took that roughing the passer on his chin. He was bleeding all over the place. Still managed to get the victory. That's going to go a long way for his mentality. So I think it'll be fine. But I do think this year's team is a better team than last year. I don't agree. I respect, your opinion, you guys' opinion on that, but I don't know. I don't think so. I think by the end of the year, this team will be much, much, much better. So, or at least definitely by Halloween. So, see it twice with a $5 super chat. Says, I'm not saying the hashtag fire Josh McDaniels train has left the station, but it might be time to at least start shoveling the coal. All right, well, that's a different thing. Josh McDaniels makes me want to shoot my television. And today was the epitome of that. It was, I just couldn't understand the decision making. And I saw a comment by John Thomas Chavez earlier today, and it was hilarious. He said, does Josh McDaniels have like compromising photos on Bill Belichick or something? Like, how did he get so much freedom to do so much stupid crap? Okay, fine. We'll see, but I think overall I think I see improvement, man. I do. I think the offense did okay. I think they did good. I think they made strides. I saw, we had some big plays, and I didn't like the energy level. It seemed like the enthusiasm level wasn't there until the second half, but hey, they got it done. And like I said, this win mentally will go a long way for next week. It'll be fine. So overall, it's fine. It's fine right now. So a win is 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 a win. I know, Donnie. I know. You're saying this team is better, but $25 million better, not $250 million better or whatever. Yeah, well, let's wait. Let's just wait a little longer, okay? So it's just 5 games. We knew it was going to be a work in progress. Mac's a rookie that's taken over for the GOAT. Let's just wait. Let's just see what happens here. Jamie Collins got a sack today. It was nice to see him back. So there are good things happening. I see it. I know it's not obvious and it's not jumping off the screen, right? But it's there. It's there. Okay? Just wait. We have Dallas next, right? So Dallas is coming to New England. So there you go. There's a test right there. There's a real test because Dallas is great. Okay? Dallas is a great team. Let's see what we are against them. Okay? Because this isn't a Tom Brady thing. Yeah, we played the Bucs and got beat. If Tom Brady's receivers could catch a ball in the rain, that game would have been embarrassing. Okay, we would have gotten embarrassed on national TV. So let's not use that one as a measuring stick. That was just a weird game. But this is Dallas. There's no emotion there. There's no weird feelings, and hopefully it'll be a nice day out. Let's find out what happens. So you guys got to remember something about the Patriots. Every team still wants to beat us as if we're the Super Bowl champions. Usually when you're a Super Bowl champion, when you're a defending Super Bowl champion, you have a target on your head. Everybody wants to beat you. And that's it. Teams can sneak in and win a Super Bowl. They can have a good year when nobody's expecting it or nobody's really paying attention. You can do that. But when you're the defending champion, everybody wants to test themselves against you. It doesn't matter how bad their record is. It could be week 14 and they could be 1-13. It doesn't matter. They're going to play the best they can possibly play. They're going to play for pride, and they're going to want to test themselves. And that's what you've got to be when you're the defending champion. That's why it's so hard. That's why no one's gone back-to-back since the Patriots did it in 03 and 04. It's just too damn hard. Everybody wants a piece of you. The problem is that the Patriots are still treated that way. Belichick is still treated like that. So every team that we play, no matter if it's the Texans or the Jets, whatever, they want to beat us. They really care about that matchup. And they don't care that we're not Super Bowl champions. They don't care that we're down right now. They still want to beat. They want to say that they beat Belichick. So we're still playing games as if we're the defending champs. So we got that target on our head. It's crazy. So just keep that in mind as well. Well, Luke, I don't know if it's optimism. It's not really that. It's just I guess I'm asking for patience. Let's just wait a little longer. Let's see, because I do see some progress. But I'm not optimistic or pessimistic. I'm just kind of waiting. I just want to see more. And also we got the Brady game out of the way, so it's done. Now just focus on the rest of the year, and that's finished. So no more questions about that. No more worrying about that. Because from week 1 to week 3, that was always looming. It was always on the way. It was like that. It's like the calm before the storm. It's weighing on you, and that's past. So let's just wait a little longer. Let's give it until Halloween to see where we stand. Okay, and Dallas next week is going to be a good start. So. Hey, what's up, Shane? Nice to see you back, man. He says, also, I got to meet Chase Winovich's parents. They were really glad I was wearing his jersey. That's awesome. Chase looked great on the field, especially during pass situations. Yeah, Chase is a great player for us. So, thanks, Donnie. All right. So we can always revisit these later. Let's see. It looks like Nightwalker, an admiral, general, and senator has spoken. Thank you, Nightwalker. He's been a member for 11 months. And by the way, guys, if you're members, you get one free highlighted message as if it was a super chat without paying. So that's pretty cool. I didn't even know that they offered that until a few weeks back. It might be a new feature. But Nightwalker says, I hoped Tom would have thrown for 7 touchdowns and called it the Miami Miracle. Actually, that's pretty good. That would have been awesome, actually. And again, if you want to be a member, the link is in the description. So, and speaking of the membership, Milena had a really good idea that I think I want to try out. So next Sunday, all day, for all the games, we're going to see how this goes. We're going to host a members only chat. So I'll be in there, Milena will be there, talking and reacting to every game all day long. And you guys, we can just go back and forth and talk and say any, whatever. It won't be a live show as far as the games. The games won't be on because I can't do that because of copyright. But the chat will be running, and we can keep the scores and stuff on the screen and everything, and the updates and stuff like that. But we can just try in a chat. But that's for members only, and then I will post that sometime tomorrow or Tuesday for the link for that. But anyway, I think that'd be fun. I want to try that out. So, okay. Odds and May. No, I haven't got to it yet. So that's after the next one here. Okay, let's talk about the Dolphins at Buccaneers. So Tom Brady's an alien. I mean, what else are we supposed to say? Uh-oh. A consul has spoken. As you guys know, a consul is the highest rank we have in the membership category. This is the mother load, the $50 a month membership tier. The Redcoat, Jason Patrick Saunders, celebrates 10 months of being a consul. It's like president of the Roman Empire. And he says, haha, didn't even know about this feature, but let's go. Hell yeah. And thank you, Redcoat, for being a member for so long. Let's see, Brady currently. Oh, see it twice used the feature as well. He celebrates 9 months of membership. Wow, time's gone by so fast. It doesn't even seem like I've had the membership feature for that long, but apparently it's 11 months. So, see it twice has been a member for 9 months, although I think you've been longer than that. Maybe it reset or something. I don't know. But anyway, Daniel says Brady currently has 200 straight passes without an interception. That's because he's from another planet. If we have to pick, he's probably from Krypton, right? So Daniel says, this is the I make more money than you tier. Well, as you guys well know, and you probably seen today, we reinvest into VAS, and we try to make sure that everything is improving and better, and we advertise and things like that. So it's very much appreciated, and without you guys, it'd be very, very difficult. So you guys are awesome. Tom is from the planet Torque. I like it. Milena, sometimes the membership feature, that I was just talking about, sometimes it doesn't come up on mine. So if you think that I missed one, go ahead and let me know.
Oh, if somebody said something.
If somebody said something that was a membership highlight, it looks like a super chat, but it's for members. Sometimes it doesn't come up on me, and I have to look. If I don't see it, let me know. So, yeah, wishing be I'm live right now because the Chiefs Bills game was delayed an hour and a half at halftime because of the rain. Okay, so what you saw today with the Bucs and Dolphins is honestly a good example of what would have happened Sunday night. Maybe not that bad. Well, no, not that bad. But if it was a clean day where everybody was catching the ball, because Flores, the defense and the scheme from Flores is the Belichick scheme. It's the Patriots scheme. Flores probably has the better players overall, I guess, player for player. If not better, I'd say even. So, and you saw what happened. But of course, this was in Tampa, but still. It's kind of probably what would have happened because you saw how many wide open guys did Tom overthrow, and how many guys did he hit that just dropped it that should have been converted for first downs, big plays, touchdowns, all kinds of stuff like that. So what we're seeing here is that basically Tom Brady can't be stopped. He just can't, and I just don't understand it really. I mean, I do. I guess I'm being a little hyperbolic, but Tom was pissed today. He was pissed. He was pissed about how last week went. You know, he wished he could have had a touchdown pass or something or been on the board. And he took it out on the poor Dolphins. Sorry, Dolphins. But you got knocked up out. Who do I think is going to get Gilmore? Actually, we traded Gilmore to the Carolina Panthers. Nice. Luke celebrates 9 months of membership as a cavalry diplomat priest category. Thank you, Luke. Thank you for being around so long, man. Appreciate it. And he's here at every show. I always see Luke here. The dude is loyal. And loyalty is important, guys. Loyalty matters. For me, I respect loyalty over anything else. And that, that just goes a long way with me. Luke says, today there were 2 games tied 22-22 concurrently. Oh, that's interesting. Has that ever happened before? Probably not, since you're mentioning it. So, Jalen, Smackdown, or whatever the hell his thing says. I still can't, I don't understand you. Jalen still got the profile pic of his driver's license. I love it. Jalen, don't change, right? He says he's been a member for 9 months under the cavalry diplomat priest category, and he says, "You see Brady 10 yard. Did you see Brady's 10-yard run? He looked faster than ever. I know he wanted that crap, didn't he? The guy's a freak, man. Yeah, it would have been a scoregami if the 22-22 stayed like that, probably. Yeah, Wishing Bee says, did you hear Tom in the press conference? He said, did I look fast? I feel faster. Yeah, that was just a total beatdown, and that was without Gronk. So this team is only going to get better, guys. It's going up like this. They're going to be scary. They just got to get their defensive pieces back, and Richard Sherman's got to get more acclimated back into playing again. You can see that it's taken some time, but yeah. Hey, Tom can get the first down. That's all that matters. So, but it was nice seeing Tom air it out. People, it's unbelievable that people still think that he's overrated or sucks, And we got Joe Montana, okay? Oh my God, Joe Montana. So Joe Montana still is struggling with Tom Brady being the GOAT thing, okay? And I'll explain
How you doing? Coach here outside of beautiful Arrowhead Stadium, home of the Kansas City Chiefs. Let me tell you, it's a beautiful night here in Kansas City. Hey, we're feeling great after our wonderful win yesterday in Philadelphia, and I'm feeling especially great because I got to get some cheesesteaks this weekend. That is for sure. Oh, baby, that was wonderful. Hey, but I got to tell you, last year didn't end like we wanted it to. We took on Tom Brady. We didn't have the offensive line to do it, and so we rebuilt, we restructured, and we came in strong. And I'll tell you what, these guys are starting to look good. We have 2 weeks in a row of 100-yard rushers, so watch out. I hope to see him in our 3rd straight Super Bowl. That is for sure. Now, I know last night we saw Tom play in front of his home crowd there in New England. That's right, home crowd. You have so many bandwagon fans that jumped on the Tampa Bay bus when he left, and I know some of them are there at the stadium. So, hey, who are you cheering for, Tom or Mac? Hey, my money's on Mac. That guy's a young, good quarterback. He's a good-looking quarterback, just like Tom. So I expect him to do really, really well in this league. So get behind him, and you guys are going to do great. Hey, with that, you're watching Von Allen Sports, real and honest NFL analysis. So subscribe now and join the empire. Von Allen Sports. Let's go, baby. Now and join the empire. Von Allen Sports.
So I contacted that guy. You guys know him. He's always on the Chiefs games. They always show him in the crowd. And I told him. So he's also a comedian. I think he's a working comedian or working actor or something. I'm pretty sure. But I told him that our fan base is heavily Patriots, pro Brady. So I told him to troll you guys a little bit, and I just let him see what he came up with, and that was what he came up with. That was pretty funny about the cheesecake line, Philly cheesesteak, or not cheesecake, cheesesteak, Philly cheesesteak. So yeah, I thought that was pretty good. I thought you guys would enjoy that or get a kick out of it. So, but okay, so about Montana's comments, if you guys don't know, Joe Montana is very salty, very, very salty, and at one point he was saying that Tom is the GOAT, right? But now he's back to, well, of course Tom can play till he's 60. They can't hit him. All right. Fine, Joe. If Joe thinks that Tom can play till he's 60, so because they can't hit him, then Joe, you should come back and play. And not only that, actually, Dan Marino should come back and play, and he can be Tom's backup when Tom's in his 50s. Okay? That's funny, right? He can be his backup. He can be out there on a walker. Right? Maybe, and just maybe, Dan will get that ring that he's always needed because he ain't got one. As far as Joe, yeah, you're going to need 3 more, buddy. So I don't understand this. And by the way, saying that, what Joe said, what does that say about Drew Brees, who just retired because he can't do it anymore? What does that say about Peyton Manning, who couldn't continue? And most importantly, what does that say about Andrew Luck, who was probably on his way to being a Hall of Famer and had to quit because he was beat up so bad? So is Joe saying that those guys are weak? Are they pathetic? I'm just wondering. Tom's been playing longer than Drew Brees, and Drew Brees had to end it. So this not able to hit the quarterback thing has been going on. It got really it kind of started in around 2011. It got really kind of weird at 2011, but then it got awful around 2016, 2017, and it's been awful ever since. So I'm just wondering why those guys aren't any farther. Why does Aaron Rodgers have a history of being injured? So these are good questions that I would love to ask Joe if I was ever able to. So, dude, he's just salty, man. He's just salty as hell. Anyway, I hate that, because I loved Joe when I was a kid. Okay, I thought he was awesome. I still think he's, you know, amazing. He was an amazing quarterback. It bothers me that he doesn't show respect. He doesn't, show that the respect that Tom gives him. Do you guys know that in Tom's office at home, there is only one jersey, one poster jersey kind of thing in his office? It's Joe Montana. That. So if I was Joe, and this kid who comes along wins, 3 Super Bowls in 4 years from his first time starting, and he tells everybody that he looked up to me and I was his idol, I would want that kid to do well, and I would plug him. I would constantly be like, yeah, this kid is great because he looked at me, he watched me, he wanted to be me. That's a compliment, Joe. It's not a slight against you. Think about it. The GOAT right now, the greatest player of all time, is because of you, Joe. He wanted to be you. So he's just doing himself a disservice because Joe, no matter how much he tries to deny it, no matter how much he tries to pretend that it's not true, everybody else, the entire football world knows that Tom's the GOAT. So that ship is gone, dude. It's the Titanic. It's already left the bay and it crashed into an iceberg and it sank. Okay? And in this case, all the lifeboats sank too. So everyone's dead on this boat. It's not coming back, Joe. All right? It's not coming back. It's over. It's been over. So all he's doing is hurting his own legacy and making himself look bad. That's what I think. I just wish he'd stop. So it's fine for the other quarterbacks to be salty, Marino and Elway, if they wanted to be. I don't even know if they are, but that makes sense. But it does Joe a disservice to do this to a guy who wanted to be him. That makes you look good, Joe. Dad, Joe, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so, Joe. Good one, Dad. That was nice. Well placed. That's an old school one. That quote is from 2008. That's old school stuff right there.
Super chat.
$5. Donnie renders unto Caesar. What's Joe's problem? Is Drew Brees supposed to sulk because he only threw for 80,000 yards? Grow up, man, you prima donna. Yeah, it's very disappointing. And again, obviously it doesn't change what I think about him as a football player, but man, it's very disappointing as far as personally. So you can't say those things while Tom's peers had to retire. And my God, Eli Manning wasn't drafted until 2004. Tom was drafted in 2000. We all know Eli, one of the toughest quarterbacks that's ever played. This dude is an Iron Man. He's never missed a game to injury. His entire career, he never missed a game due to injury. And he had to give it up. So, yeah, it's ridiculous. See it twice. Daniel sends $2 and says Tom is a mere 4 touchdowns away from being the first to 600. Wow, that's amazing. And I can't wait to see what the formula has in store for us this week. So I'm going to wait until tomorrow night's game between the Colts and the Ravens. I want to get those stats in first. And then next week for our VAS live show, I will show you guys the result. Actually, no. I'll have the results for you Thursday night because we have a post game because the Bucs are playing the Eagles on Thursday Night Football. So finally, Thursday night is a good matchup for once. Well, actually, last Thursday's was pretty damn good. But this one's going to be excellent. Brady's probably in the lead for MVP, I would say. NFL MVP. As far as the formula, I'm really, really interested in seeing what happens there. So, and then from now on, after this week, we'll update it every 4 weeks because it's on a 4-week rotation. The reason I waited till week 5 is because now we've got a 17-game season instead of a 16-game season. So I just divided it 5, 4, 4, 4, like that. So and after week 8, we'll update it again, see where everyone's at after week 12, and then after up until week 16, the lead up to the end of the year, and then that week we'll basically know where everyone stands. So it'd be cool. All right, Packers at Bengals. My God, Zach Taylor, you're an idiot. Okay, Zach Taylor is a freaking idiot, and it's no secret. It's no secret that I have been against this guy's hiring from the beginning. I don't like this crop of head coaches that's come out. They've got this little group of guys that are being handed coaching jobs, and they haven't hit puberty yet. Zach Taylor's an idiot, okay? You're up against the Packers. You have a future Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer, playing against you, and Aaron Rodgers. You need to put the game away, dude. It's 4th and 2, 4th and 3, something like that. And you kick a 57-yarder with a rookie kicker. A rookie. Why? Why? You've got to put this game away, dude. You got to have some balls. And if this wasn't enough, okay, so actually, before I move on to that, let me finish this point. Guys, kickers can make 50-yarders, 55-yarders, 60-yarders. They can make them. Yes, they can. They make them in warm-ups, and people go by that. You can't go by that. First of all, warm-ups, there's nobody in front of you. So you can hit a lower trajectory, meaning you can nail it differently. That's the first problem. The second problem, so you need to take about 5 yards off. So if they're hitting 60-yarders in practice, you need to basically assume that it's a 55-yarder that he's hitting. Secondly, yes, you can hit those distant field goals in the first quarter, the second, or even third quarter when there's so many possessions left and it's not really going to definitively shape the game yet, especially if it's just a regular close game or just nobody's really doing much and there's not a lot of pressure there. Sure, you can make those. But to sit here and we'll go back to Nick Folk. To put Nick Folk out there last week to kick a 56-yarder in the rain in a kick for him that was basically the Super Bowl under that kind of pressure. You can look at the stats all you want. Oh, he hasn't missed a kick, and oh, look at the analytics. The analytics say that Nick Folk is really consistent. Really. Show me the analytics of him kicking game winners in the playoffs or game winners over 50 yards. All right, I need to know that. Or game winners in the rain, because all those stats don't matter if there's no context. And you put a rookie kicker out there, well, of course misses. I don't care how close it was. Close doesn't matter. All right, you either make it or you miss it. That's it. If that's not enough, he does it again. Again. He does it again. This time in overtime, 4th and 1. And you have him kick, I think it was a 49 or 50-yarder. Now, for a 49 or 50-yarder, I probably would have had an experienced kicker do that. But a rookie kicker after he already missed the game winner in the 4th quarter. Come on, man. This is, What is going on? What is with these coaches? I just are they just looking at analytics too much? I mean, yes, you guys know I love numbers and I love stats, but numbers and stats don't matter if there's no context. You have to have the human element. And that's why I introduced the quarterback formula to begin with, because I didn't like quarterback rating. I don't like how it works. It doesn't take into account real life situations. It doesn't take into account who you're playing against or how much salary is on the field with you. It doesn't show your level of difficulty, who your coaches are. It doesn't show any of that. The way they do the MVP voting and the way they do the quarterback rating. It doesn't even take into account winning and losing. The single most important stat there is, especially for a quarterback. So stop looking at these damn charts and figure it out, man. And that's just, it's infuriating to me. I don't get it. The Bengals win today. The Bengals win. I believe they win if they would have tried to go for it, at least on both of those, because if they didn't get it on the first one, they were in the same position anyway, weren't they? So, and they were lucky. They were lucky that Mason Crosby missed so many times. That dude doesn't miss. Okay, he's a great kicker. He's so good at hitting those pressure kicks. He's been great. Listen, if you have a job as a kicker that long in Lambeau Field in Green Bay, you're doing something right. Okay, you're doing something right. Don't leave it up to him. He's eventually going to get it. So if this guy's missing constantly, you gotta take advantage of it. You gotta put the dagger in, man. The Bengals are who I thought they were. They are who I thought they were. They start hot. They're one of those teams that start hot. It's all gonna unravel. It's gonna begin from here because their coach is a coward and he played to not lose. He did not play to win. Unlike Dan Campbell, who today against the Vikings did the most awesome thing. And when Jared Goff got him into the end zone, they go for two. All they have to do is kick, and they tie the game, right? They go over and over. No, he goes for the win. I love that stuff. Okay, Jared Goff hits his man in the back of the end zone, goes up for the win. Now, in a heartbreaking loss for them, the Vikings pull it out anyway. And the Vikings kicker finally lands a kick. Isn't that great? Like redemption for him. So I'm sure Vikings fans are very happy. What?
The Vikings kicker finally.
He finally made a kick. I mean, because listen, for the last 30 years, for the last 30 years, the Vikings are always losing games. When it comes down to a kick, a missed field goal, and it's kind of their thing, and it finally worked out for them. But it took to play against the Lions to do it. But anyway, so the Green Bay Packers are 4-1 somehow. The Bengals are not good, guys. They just kind of hey, I'll be willing to admit I'm wrong, and I'll eat my words if they continue to do good, but I just think these guys are pretenders. I like Joe Burrow, and I think he's a good leader and stuff, but it's just not enough when you've got an idiot as a head coach. And you've got an owner who's also a complete moron. So there you go. Do you want me to be a little more honest? How about that? Die ganze Nacht. Gute Nacht. Well, actually, if you're in Germany, it's Guten Morgen. Well, in this case, Dinnerling, Auf Wiedersehen. Auf Wiedersehen. Wollt ihr das Bett in Flammen sehen? Make sure it's not on fire when you go to bed, okay? All right.
Don't quote any Rammstein lyrics.
I just did.
I hope it's
I
not.
asked him if he wanted to see his bed on fire. Milena just told me, don't quote any Rammstein. And I said, I just did. It's too late. All right. Giants at Cowboys. Let's talk a little Cowboys here. Wait a minute. Console. Another super chat from Console Redcoat. Jason Patrick Saunders, 10 pounds. Says, VAS community, I wanted to inform you all here together that I have finally finished the MVP trophy design for last season that I'm having an artist friend of mine add a little imagination to.
Wow.
Thank you, Jason. This is the first I'm hearing of this. So thank you. You picked a good time to tell me. Good. So you get a good reaction from me. Yeah, that's a natural reaction. Awesome. I'm so excited. So we have like I said before, we have a company in Belgium who's going to build it. And they were in the process of getting together with me on that. And now I can send them Redcoat's workup. And that is going to be awesome. So I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Jason. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. It's going to be awesome. So. Well, Daniel, the trophy is very complicated, and it's much harder than we anticipated. So, but no, he'll have it. He'll have it. So, okay. Thank you, Redcoat. Oh, Donnie, you got the mug? Did you order the mug? Nice. Yeah, guys, you can buy this. There should be a link to the merchandise and the shirt, by the way. The shirt's awesome. Oh, actually, I want to show you guys. Let me take this off for a second. Wollt ihr das Bett in Flammen sehen? Du riechst so gut. Okay, so yeah, it says, of course, it's got Von On Sports logo on the front. For the Empire. I don't know if you picked up on this, if you guys have picked up on this or not, but if you look at the logo, it says SPQRTS instead of O. Well, there's a Q there because, and the SPQR is highlighted in red because it stands for Senate and Public of Rome. And even in the writing underneath, for the Empire, the O and for is a Q as well. So anyway, if you look on the back, Milena, can they see this? Can you see? Can you see the bottom?
Yeah.
So it's got the logo for Basement Butthurt, Brady Hates Saga, and it's got the snake coil there for a new show we're going to be doing where we alter time and we change one element of something in the past historically in the NFL, and then we chase what would have happened. Now, it's not one of those stupid shows like Dave Damashek's NFL where he just makes up random crap and it means absolutely nothing and it's just completely dumb. This is different. This is an investigation show where we have to like research. We have to look into everything. We have to go back, and it's got to be plausible things. For example, what if Dan Marino was drafted by the Steelers instead? Well, we've got to go back and look. We can't just magically say, oh, the Patriots could have gotten him or whatever, or the Jets or whatever. Not necessarily. I mean, we have to look at what took place, the draft order, how it happened, why it happened, and then what are the ramifications from that? And how does that change the course of the NFL? And so I think it's going to be a great show. I'm a big fan of history. So is the Redcoat. So is Nightwalker. And I think a lot of you guys also love history. So I love the time travel element. So I think that's what we're going to go with. Thank you so much, Redcoat, by the way, once again, for getting that ready. So, all right. We have a super chat from Israel. He sends a $2 super chat and says, excited for Dallas next week. Cowboys aren't bad. Aren't bad. Aren't bad. They are great, dude. They are great. I watched your game today. Man, I'm impressed. Okay. So let's talk about Giants Cowboys. A lot of guys getting hurt, man. A lot of guys getting hurt. And the Giants are in trouble. They had 3 injuries today. Daniel Jones, he got knocked out. He got knocked out as bad as Deontay Wilder. And well, I'm pretty sure he's going to have to sit a week, right? For a concussion protocol. He definitely was concussed. So Saquon Barkley rolled his ankle. It was swollen up like it was huge. It looked like a baseball on his ankle. But the MRI was negative, which means it's just a sprain. It's going to take a few weeks to heal probably. So he'll be all right. But it's not like the Giants were going anywhere anyway. So I don't know. I thought this year was the year that the Giants are supposed to do something. Still, they can't get it together. So whatever. But the Cowboys. I just want to pat myself on the back a little bit. I'm going to do it again. You like that? Okay. I'm trying it. The double pat on the back. Because last year when the Cowboys acquired Mike McCarthy, I said that this is going to be a good pickup for Dallas. It's a good coaching change. It's a good selection. Why did I say that? Because I always thought Dak Prescott was extremely talented. And I always loved his poise in the pocket and his focus. But they needed somebody, a coach with experience and knows how to work with quarterbacks really well. And Mike McCarthy, I don't know, everyone makes fun of this guy. I don't understand why. But let's go back in time. Mike McCarthy, I guess you could say updated is the right word. Updated Brett Favre's career, and he updated it by changing kind of how Favre does things. And Favre started becoming a much different passer than he was before, a much different player. And that was the beginning. McCarthy was the beginning of Favre leading up to all the way to when he went to Minnesota, and he had, I think, his best season ever. But if you remember in 2007, Favre was playing, I think, the best football he's ever played. And that's saying a lot because he was 3-time MVP in the 90s. So, but McCarthy did that for Favre. And then, I don't care what anyone says, Mike McCarthy saved Aaron Rodgers' career. Okay? Aaron Rodgers, people don't realize this. But Aaron Rodgers' mechanics, when he came out of the draft, this is one of the reasons, one of many reasons, but one of the reasons why he didn't go number 1 overall and why Alex Smith did. So Alex Smith was more polished. He had more of an NFL, makeover. And make no mistake, if Aaron goes to San Francisco, he would have been working with Mike McCarthy that year, the first year. Yeah, 05. He would have been working with Mike McCarthy in 05. He was the offensive coordinator there. So He would have helped them then too. But McCarthy fixed Aaron Rodgers' mechanics and footwork. It was atrocious, and he could have just been another forgotten quarterback. And if McCarthy did not fix those things, Brett Favre would have come back, and they wouldn't have went with Aaron. So Aaron owes a lot to Mike as far as fixing him. Now, you can't. If anyone wants to say, "Oh, well, you could say that about Belichick and Brady," well, not really, because Brady was already Brady. His mechanics were amazing already. That's a different thing. And Belichick, of course, isn't even we're talking an offensive guy. We're talking about Mike McCarthy literally fixing Aaron as a quarterback. That's a different thing. But anyway, this isn't to knock Aaron. I'm not knocking Aaron at all. It's not even a bad thing. It's just to elevate Mike McCarthy here. So McCarthy did that for Aaron, and now he's doing it for Dak. Did you guys see Dak today? Did you see him this year? He's exactly what I said he would be. Years and years ago, even when this channel first started, and it started out just as a Facebook page. I was saying it back then. I said, I like Dak. That was when he was a rookie. I believe it was 2017. I think that he was a rookie, and he was rookie of the year. So yeah, I thought he'd be good, but he just needed better coaching. So here it is. It didn't work out last year because Dak was hurt, but now they've got it all together. Dallas is a real threat right now. They're a good team. So yes, thank you, Daniel. He says, "Oh, if anyone here hasn't seen video of Rodgers' mechanics before he became a starter, it's laughable. He threw like Tim Tebow. It was bad, guys. It was really bad." And that's what makes it even worse is Aaron Rodgers threw Mike McCarthy under the bus and got him fired. He got Mike fired. The guy who gave him a career. So it's one thing to have a coach draft you or pick you, even though Mike McCarthy didn't even draft Aaron Rodgers. But it's another to have the coach literally fix you as a quarterback so you can actually be a quarterback. And that's something completely different. But the Cowboys are for real, and they finally got the team. I think right now they finally got the team that they've wanted for a long time. And Diggs, that their defensive back, that guy is amazing. Okay, so they've got their Deion Sanders back, and I'm not claiming he's Deion Sanders, but I'm just saying they've got that type of guy. Elliott seems to be doing pretty good, so maybe they've got like a mini Emmitt Smith finally that they want. They've got Cooper and my God, what's his name? The young guy. Jesus. What's his name? Jesus Christ. I forgot his name. Anyway, help me out, guys. Amari Cooper and the other guy, the young guy. He's really awesome. The young receiver on Dallas. Awesome. CeeDee Lamb. Thank you. Thank you, Vigilante. Thank you. Yes. So CeeDee Lamb. And then you've got your quarterback. You've got Dak Prescott. You've got your Troy Aikman. All right. And again, I'm not saying that they are those guys right now, but they could be, right? So they could be. And that's what Dallas has been looking for this whole time. They did have a pretty good team in, during the Tony Romo era, like especially in 07. But that was back when Tony Romo was Tony uh-oh. Uh-oh as in, or Tony oh no, as in, oh, he threw another pick. So, yeah, that wasn't going to happen. But Dak doesn't do that. Dak isn't stupid like Romo was. Dak is smart. He doesn't fear anything. He sees a rush. He's not scared of it. He doesn't go, oh my God, and get rid of the ball like, a panicking little weasel like Aaron Rodgers does. Okay? Uh-oh, I just lost all of the Packers fans. Crap. I got to watch my mouth. You got to get me under control, Milena. Anyway. Yeah, Micah Parsons. Yeah, forgot about him. Yeah, exactly. So Tony Odo. So yeah, and Israel, I'm happy for you, dude. I know, everyone knows that you're a big Cowboys fan, and I'm happy to see them going. I know Skip Bayless is going to be happy, and I know Will Kane is going to be excited. They're both big Cowboys fans. So, yep. So good showing so far, and like I said, I had a good feeling about McCarthy and Dak getting together. I knew this was going to work, just a matter of time. So as long as they stay healthy, of course, and you say that with that's go without saying about anybody. But yeah, so bravo to them. 49ers at Cardinals. All right. All right, Milena, close your ears. I'm about to talk about football, baby. All right. Football, baby. Kyler Murray. And that is a name of, and it's a name of endearment. It's not an insult. So we're not making fun of him. And Milena loves to call him football baby because he's little. He's a little football baby, right? So I believe that my scouting report on him was more or less correct. I think I was too harsh on him, but I still don't believe that he was worth a first overall pick. I think what happened is that Cliff Kingsbury realized those issues that he was having, and he just surrounded him with giants of wide receivers, giants that can just go up and get any ball at any moment. Because all I see from football, baby, is back up, throw it as far as he can, and somebody goes and gets it. That's all I see from him. And then when a defense can finally get in his space and get to him on time, he doesn't know what to do with the ball. So I believe that's exactly what Cliff had in mind. Is just he couldn't. There's no way he could get rid of the previous first round pick, Josh Rosen, send him away, pick football baby, and then let football baby fail. So he just surrounded him. He's like, okay, if we suck, it won't be because of my first overall pick. Let's just surround him with talent. And they just happen to have a pretty damn good defense. The Cardinals are 5-0. All right. It's not going to last. It's not going to last. And I'm sorry, Steven, if you're watching, my brother, he loves the Cardinals. He lives there. I liked the Cardinals back in the day when Kurt Warner was quarterback, but I don't know. I love Chandler Jones and I love J.J. Watt and I like seeing those guys do good, but I just got a bad feeling. I've got a bad feeling that this team isn't exactly what they seem. So no, I'm not going to put them in the number one power rankings. I don't care that they're 5-0. There's more to it than that. There's all kinds of, also context, for example. Um, you could argue they easily could have lost to the Vikings if it wasn't for the Vikings going full Vikings. But still, I know they're 5-0, but I don't trust it. So right now, it's good for them. Okay, they're the best team in the league, right, as far as record goes. But that's not going to last. So I think they'll end up going something like they're going to end up with a good record. They're going to end up with like probably 12-5. Yeah. I got them. Yeah, I got them going about 12-5. I think that sounds about right. from what I've seen. So you got to remember, as the season goes on, it gets tougher. The good teams start to become themselves again, and those teams are going to start to really nail it down. And from what I've seen of the Cardinals, there's a lot of sloppy stuff, and there's not much precision. Everything is heave it into the air and hope that something good happens. It's kind of the Chiefs light, basically. It's that kind of thing. And the 49ers today, if they had a little bit better quarterback play, probably, and just a few more things go their way, they win that game. So sorry, Milena. Although football baby, I'm proud of him though. For a little dude, man, he's getting a lot done. So happy for him. Bears at Raiders. Yeah, this game, it's like Khalil Mack wanted to just kill everybody in an Oakland uniform, or sorry, Vegas uniform. Not much to say here. Luke McQuay, I'm happy for you, man. Bears got a big win. Hard to believe that the Bears are 3-2 while having a quarterback carousel. So, yeah. What do you think about the Raiders? I saw Nathan Peterman get a few snaps today. So, but then Carb went back in. But yeah, not much to say about them. This game wasn't all that great actually. Broncos at Steelers. I picked the Steelers to win actually because, like the Bengals, I think the Broncos are pretenders. I don't take them seriously at all. So I just think that they're one of those teams, like I said earlier, that's off to a hot start, and it will not last. It will not, it's not sustainable. So props to the Steelers for getting a win. There you go. As long as you've got a good quarterback, and make no mistake, Roethlisberger is still a good quarterback. I find it idiotic that people are writing this guy off. You just don't do that with these type of guys that's been around as long as they've been around and seen as what they've seen. So yeah, I'm not saying that they're going to dominate or be great. And trust me, I'm no friend of the Steelers, but let's keep in mind that this is a team that's coached by Mike Tomlin, who's never had a losing season either. So I'm not surprised by this outcome. Lions at Vikings, I think we pretty much covered that one already, didn't we? So Lions, another heartbreaker there. But, the Ford family kind of deserves it considering they're communist. All right. Saints at the Washington Lizard People. You got to love Jameis Winston, right? Really? For some reason, I like seeing this guy, I like seeing good things happening to him for some reason. I find it hilarious, and I don't know what do you guys think about it? You find it kind of funny? But, it's just, I like seeing it. But I'm always happy to see the Washington Lizard People lose a game. So, always happy to see them lose a game. So, not only are they representative of the Washington, D.C. area, which is a complete swamp full of the worst humanity has to offer, but they have no name. So, I'm just going to call them the Lizard People. I think it's fitting. So, all right. So wow, you guys stayed with me this whole time. I appreciate it. Still have 38 viewers. Even though it's 11 Pacific. Wow, it's 2 Eastern, and these guys are up on a Sunday night. You guys are amazing. This is why I call you guys the best subscribers, the best community on YouTube. Unlike all those other channels that's got like 50,000 fake people that not they're bot accounts and crap like that. You guys are real people and you're loyal, and I appreciate it so much. So yeah, wishing be Jameis is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It's just hilarious, but I find Jameis interesting. I just like watching him pull stuff out of his butt. He half the time he's out there, actually probably most of the time he's just out there randomly doing stuff. Well, you throw it, and it's just funny to see it happen. So yeah, Dave, I hear that a lot, that people don't get notifications sometimes. I don't know why that is, or I don't know how it works. I think I should probably come out, go ahead and do what I said before. I was going to come out with a schedule and just stick to that hard schedule. And that way you guys know exactly, no matter what is going to happen. So that way, even without the notification, you know that there's a show. So. All right. Is there anything else you guys want me to talk about real quick? Anything you want to bring up before I get off here? So it's an exciting day today. I will admit, I mean, I do like scoring. I do like offense as much as the next guy. Obviously my thing is quarterback play, but I would like to see a little more defense. I think defense is dying, and it's because of the league. The league is killing defense, and I see players pull back on making tackles or certain hits because they don't want to get flagged, and then it turns into a big play. And the scoring is just relentless now. So I would like to see a little more defense. Today was fun to watch, but it was also, let's keep it in perspective, it was pretty damn sloppy too. There was a lot of sloppiness. So Dave asked me, did I cover Mahomes? Yes, that was the first game we did. What do I think will happen with Patrick this season? Oh, I still expect them to be a good team. I don't know. Oh my gosh. I think I missed one. That just reminded me. I did. I did miss one. I'm so sorry, Addie. All right, let's bust this one out. Browns at Chargers. Yeah, I must have overlooked that because I remember I was mentioning Justin Herbert earlier. So, just 1 second. Hey, sweetheart. All right. I'm not calling you guys sweethearts. Even though I love you guys, you're not my sweethearts. So don't get excited. Speaking of getting excited, Nick Chubb's 52-yard touchdown run today. Nick Chubb's run gave me a chub. All right. And I'm sure Addie thought the same thing. But come on, Cleveland. Come on, Cleveland. Why can't they finish a game? Why? Why can't they close out a game? Why do they do this all the time? It's just really, it's really maddening here, okay? You were clearly playing better than the Chargers. You were clearly, up until a certain point, obviously, you were the better team. What the hell is wrong with them? They couldn't close it out. They did this with the Chiefs twice, including last year's playoff game. Why can't they close out these type of games? This is what's going to keep costing them. They've got to get past that. I don't know what it is exactly, I don't know every detail about the Cleveland Browns, exactly how they work and who's doing what in that organization. And you know what? I'm going to look into it because I've got to figure out what the hell is happening with these people. They have so many great players. It's such a great team. That roster is incredible. And they can play. They can play, man. They can go out there, they can score, they can sack, they can get at the quarterback, they can do all these things, but they just fall apart. They just fall apart at the very end all the time. And it's just, and I root for them because I want Addy to be excited. You guys know Addy, and he's been through a lot. His entire life, the Browns have sucked ass. All right? His entire life. That's all he's known is the Browns sucking. And I want to see him experience something, at least, get to an AFC Championship game at the very least. They were so close last year, but I don't get it. Okay, I was trying to avoid blaming it on Baker Mayfield. And before we came on tonight, Milena pointed that out to me. She goes, "Did you see Baker Mayfield today at the end?" And overthrowing it, missed, didn't really seem to have a grasp on clock management very well. Although that's, well, no, I mean, he's been around long enough. That's no, you can't chalk that up to being young anymore. He's been around long enough where that's inexcusable. So pressure got to him again. So that close. Yep. Thank you. Now, on the other side of that, Justin Herbert's awesome, man. He's awesome. I love this dude. He actually, after watching today what he did, I think he's my second favorite quarterback right now. Of course, Brady's my favorite. Russell Wilson is still one of my favorites, but he's driving me nuts, and now he's hurt. It's just he's out. I mean, it's just I don't know. I don't know what his deal is, but I'm just really liking what I see from Justin. I like Josh Allen a lot, not just because his name's Allen, but that is a factor. I like Lamar Jackson and Matt Ryan. Those six are probably my favorite type of quarterbacks that the way they are. And I know Jackson's a little different, but I like Lamar Jackson personally. I'm not a fan of his style specifically, though. That's not the kind of quarterback play I like to watch. But because he's such a good dude, personally, I root for him. So as long as they're not playing us or Tom Brady. So, but Herbert. Okay, I'll say it for you, Dennis. Herbert is a bad man. That's right, he is. So he's the future of pocket passing right there. He's the torchbearer. It's eventually, as when Tom retires, because if Tom retires, so who knows? But yeah. But thank God we finally got some good quarterbacks coming in, because I remember we used to talk about this and we were worried, like where's the quarterbacks that are going to leave the NFL, because a lot of you guys might be too young to remember, but there was a time, in the late 90s going into the early 2000s, it was kind of a weird area of time, block of time, where all the greats were retiring and none of the new guys were really doing anything yet. And there was not enough information. Like, we didn't know the future. We didn't know that Peyton was going to become Peyton yet, and we didn't know that Tom is, going to be who he became. So there was a stretch there where the quarterback play and the quarterback, existence there was just kind of dull and boring and slow, and it looked like we were never going to get a new group. The group of Montana and Moon and Elway and Marino and guys like that. So I was worried that we were going to face another kind of dead area, and I didn't want to do that, especially now that we've got a channel and stuff and everything is, so involved. I didn't want it to have a dead quarterback play because that's my favorite position. But it looks like we're okay. It looks like it's going there. So yeah, it was a weird time. It was I remember, Steve Young had to retire because of concussions. Trautman retired concussions. Elway was leaving the game. He was on his way out, and he won that second Super Bowl. And Montana had already retired. Marino had to go. It was just kind of depressing. Like, is there anyone replacing these guys? So I'm glad to see that we seem to have some good quarterbacks here, because it seems like that the NFL for some reason is trying to get rid of pocket passing, and I don't know why. It's like they're trying to dumb down the game to where it's if you can't get your first or second read, you just run. I just it's like Daniel Jones today, this idiot. Okay, I'm sorry, but he's an idiot. He pulled a Carson Wentz. This is a regular season game. Your team sucks anyway, and you decide that you're going to go head first into a linebacker. Why? What did you think was going to happen? Did he think he was just going to bull rush this guy? I mean, come on. He's just idiotic, and I'm just sick of that. It's this college mentality. Oh, if I can't find my guy, I've got to run with it. I've got to try to be a running back. Listen, quarterbacks, you're not a running back. If you want to run, be a freaking running back. All right? Or be a wide receiver. Do something else. The quarterback's job is to get it to the other athletes on the team. That is your job. Your job is not to be the best athlete on the team. And it just infuriates me, and I'm sick of it. And I keep seeing more and more of this push for this crap. And, well, Carson Wentz can't stay healthy because he's an idiot like that. Daniel Jones can't stay healthy, obviously, because he keeps doing that crap. And everyone keeps telling Daniel Jones, oh, he's so fast, and he's so, well, good for him. Well, he fastly found his way into concussion protocol, all right? He quickly found his way going headfirst into a bull. Good job, man. Good job. Maybe next time you'll try to pass it to somebody, okay? So I don't know where that came from. But anyway, I don't mind watching Lamar, or back when Cam Newton was playing well. I don't mind watching them on another team. That's fine. But if it's a team that I care about or a team I'm rooting for, that crap would infuriate me, man. It would drive me insane. Drive me insane. So. Yeah. Well said. Well said. See it twice. Well said. He says the league eventually figures out everyone, be it a team or an individual. The great ones adapt. Mahomes and the Chiefs are being figured out, and now we'll see if they adapt. And Daniel, that's what I was wondering this offseason. I thought the Super Bowl would have nearly forced the Chiefs to try to alter themselves and try to become something else, and not something else, but just add a little more variety and pay attention to more of the precision and the, I don't want to say quarterback by numbers. That sounds a little too simplistic, but just more formulated, not so just random broken plays, doing this random crap here and there. And it's just, I would have thought that they would have gotten a little away from that now, knowing that, hey, people know what's up now. So, but it doesn't mean they can't do it. They may still be able to, but for right now, it's clearly not working. So, and Tom leaves the AFC, and all of a sudden these AFC teams finally get some balls, and they start playing well. That's funny how that works, right? Well, it's like in school when the teacher's not there, everyone's throwing spitballs and paper airplanes and being idiots in the class. Well, the teacher's gone. The master is gone out of your conference. Now everybody's like, oh, we can win. We can play. We can do stuff. And then the master went to NFC, and now everybody's either retiring or trying to get out of their situation. It's hilarious, actually. So it's like Milena said on Sunday night. Tom still makes the Patriots play good. Because even when he was on the field at Gillette, the Patriots were playing well. So it's a very good point, actually. The cat's away and the mice will play. Yep. Wishing Bee says, I have been wondering if Mahomes will adapt. I had thought his excelling at young men's skill sets, he needs to change in ways that are harder to change as an adult. Yeah, it's when you're younger, that's when you kind of want to alter it, but it's what I've said for a long time. When you have the ability to run, or to escape or to do physical things like the sidearm pass, and you have a lot of power in your arm and you can do kind of these crazy things, it's almost a curse because you rely on that. It's your instinct. So the moment your first or second read is gone and you can't, they're covered, you freak out, and it's a fight or flight kind of reflex, and you just choose the thing you're most comfortable with, which is running the hell out of there and trying to get away. And that's when things can go to hell if you're playing the wrong team. So it's almost a curse sometimes. And I'll say again, if Tom Brady had the running ability of more of these mobile quarterbacks and stuff, maybe he's not Tom Brady, because he had to become so massively elite. And he's even said this himself. He's like, that running was never my thing, but he said, but that's not what quarterback is about. He said, quarterback is about, being smart with the ball, make sure your mechanics are good, knowing what to do, knowing what your teammates should do, making sure they're in the right position. All those things go into being a quarterback. So he never had to worry about that. And he's proven that point clearly. So, and you just, if you could run around, it's this crap is being taught in high school, it's being taught in college, and that's what they do now. And that's why you see all these quarterbacks getting drafted who won games in college because it worked. You got to remember, college is weird. That's why when I'm looking at quarterbacks when they're coming out of the draft or coming out of college for the draft, I look at other things, not just their film tape. Their film tape is just one aspect. That's okay. But you know how many bum ass teams they play in college, and it just inflates their numbers? And you need to know more about them. You need to know what they're like. That's why I say, if I worked for an NFL team, I would want to interview every one of these guys, and I would need to do like a real deep evaluation on them personally. So there's so much more to it than that. And these guys, they rack up wins, and then people draft them, and they do nothing. They do absolutely nothing because they just looked at the tape. They looked at the hype. And this seems to be a plague now. They do, Sean. They do. They just play backyard football, and I'll give them credit. It worked. They got a Super Bowl out of it. They've been in the last 2 Super Bowls. They've been in the last 3 AFC Championship games, and they've only lost 2 playoff games. But who did they lose those 2 playoff games to? Tom Brady, a pocket passer, a guy who can keep them on the sidelines, who knows how to play the clock, who knows how to use it to his advantage, who keeps getting first downs instead of home run plays all the time, to know about field position and to keep them in check. Again, look at the Hall of Fame. The greatest of greats. They're pocket passers. They're all great pocket passers. There's a few that are known for kind of improvising and running around, but the elites, they're good. They're very efficient passers. But yeah, Sean, it's backyard football, and it's busted plays. Like the red coat always told me, he always said this, and so many plays teams give up on those run around, I'm going to just backyard football plays, right? But teams are going to figure it out eventually, and they did. So here we go. That's the truth. All right. I'm going to close it out tonight, guys. Thank you for staying up with me tonight. Again, sorry about it being late, but that's the NFL's fault, or the weather's fault, or whatever you want to call it. So the game was delayed an hour and a half for rain during halftime. But thanks a lot. And tomorrow night's game should be a pretty good one. It's the Colts and Ravens. I'm picking the Ravens to win that. So thank you, guys. And also, don't forget, if you want to become a member, we have some cool member events coming up. So you can become a member as little as $2 a month. So I see a lot of you guys, you send more than that in super chats, but you're not members. So just join, because I want to see you guys. I want to see you guys in the members sections and the chats and the things that we're going to be doing in the future. So make sure you do that, okay? Thank you, Luke. I appreciate it, man. Good night, or should I say good morning? Yeah, I guess it is. It's good morning. Well, except for me. It will be in 30 minutes, though. Thank you guys so much, all right? And have a good night. Bye.
Patriots linebacker, Super Bowl 49 champ, Darius Fleming, and you're watching Von Allen Sports. Real and honest NFL analysis. Subscribe now. Join the empire. Von Allen Sports, let's go!